If you were king, I'd fucking kill myself.
But you better die, motherfucker. Because I'm the king around these parts.
The film Palo Alto, directed by Gia Coppola, is a masterpiece which accurately depicts the struggles and mindsets of an average American teenager. The film is set in the California city of Palo Alto. The film's storyline introduces three teenagers, Teddy, Fred, and April. Teddy and Fred can be seen to have an extremely close relationship, but aren't always on the greatest terms. April, on the other hand, is familiar with the two boys, but has an eyeing crush on Teddy. What do they all have in common? They're teenagers, lost, confused, and terrified by the unavoidable future of growing up.
Dude, I'm Bob.
Throughout their adventures, hangout sessions, and arguments, they're all stuck in the same cycle of not being able to find out what they are in the world. Teddy can be seen to be influenced by his friend Fred, and not in the best ways, as Fred gets him in trouble numerous times.
Dude, Fred, you can't be here. Why not? I miss you.
April is seen to be attempting to find love wherever she can, as she also falls in love with her soccer coach. As their stories progress, their lives become nothing more than a spiral of conscious, unanswered questions. As far as how the film looks, it has a simple, toy-like, almost dreamy atmosphere to it. The colors and lights in the film can change depending on the mood that the scenes are trying to portray. We can see a bright scene when an innocent atmosphere is applied to the scenes. We can also see dark scenes when there is a more serious topic at hand. Combinations of bright and dark scenes can be used to apply more than one emotion in a certain scene. During most of the film, there is little camera movement, as the camera is usually static and in still shots. These still shots can vary to focus on symbolic images in the background. Each mood in every scene is presented by how the scene looks rather than how the actors play. Another big role of the film's impact is the acting style which Coppola envisioned when creating the dialogue and character actions. The most notable is the fact that mistakes are made. People stumble, stutter, and talk over each other while interacting.
What's that for you? You want to know how to play guitar?
Their voices and movements are relaxed and slurry, which can also be noted when referring to the average teenager. Also, it's awkward. A lot. We can see many scenes with no dialogue and repeated gestures. What might seem like an awkward editing flaw is actually a long-lasting scene, forcing the viewer to feel uneasy. The only thing that these techniques do to the film is to show realism, and to seem relatable to the viewer. Most importantly, the sound of the film drastically forms the viewer's perspective on the entire film. From start to finish, we can note that the dialogue and sound effects appear to sound like an echo. The characters' voices sound like they're in our head, as thoughts appear to echo in our brain.
I had this idea. No, give me the fucking thing.
This forms a connection between the characters and the audience.
Let me try. Dude, it was my idea in the first place.
I'll give it to you.
Give it to me. Stop.
The entire film has little to no background music. This technique also shows realism, as the real world clearly has no music. Background noises like traffic and birds chirping are extremely noticeable, just like in the real world.
What's up, Skull? How you doing?
The audio in the film really allows the viewer to put themselves into the emotions and feelings which the characters are experiencing in the film. As far as the message in the film goes, it can be summarized in a few words. The teenage struggle, not just the things such as school, relationships, and responsibilities. Growing up, we're lost. We have people to keep us company, yet we are all alone. We get stuck in our own heads, thinking about our existence, thinking about everything except for what's in front of us. A psychedelic train of confusion and questions which have no answers. We can have the best times of our lives, but we'll always have the worst. We don't know a thing, and that's what haunts us. It only takes about 15 years from since we are born to start realizing how confusing life really is. In this, we're all easily manipulated by the people we love as teenagers, whether it's our first real love or our best friends who love nothing but bad. Throughout Gia Coppola's filmmaking career, she has also created other masterpiece films such as New York Stories and Hearts of Darkness, A Filmmaker's Apocalypse. Also, she directed the music video of a track she used in the film Palo Alto called You're Not Good Enough by Blood Orange. Coppola can be seen to view film differently than most directors in the industry. She adds a realistic approach to every film she's worked on, which really changes the way the viewers see the film. Her style is the one tool that deserves credit for her authentic and unique artwork. and is exactly why I gave Palo Alto a 97 out of 10, otherwise known as a 10 out of 10. I had never experienced a film like Palo Alto before. The emotions which flowed off the story and the characters really made me appreciate how cinema makes us think, and I think it's a beautiful film.